Today we have got moving from the UK to the USA for 3 years. I'm very excited to watch this video because it's something that I'd love to do, to move to the USA for maybe a couple of years of my life while I'm still quite young. If I do look a little bit sweaty, I do apologise because it is the hottest day in the UK right now. It's currently sat at 28 degrees in my room. So yeah, I do apologise for the little bits of sweat that are coming off my head. But I'm trying to get a few videos out for you guys to watch. If you do enjoy the video, please smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button as well so I know you enjoy the video. And turn the notification bell on so you never miss another video. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
I regret about moving to America, seriously, is not doing it sooner. And I already have the fear of when we have to leave to go back to England. So if you're considering moving to America, I want to share everything I've learned and experienced since being here, from social security numbers, driving, food, work, the places we've been able to go, because you can literally just drive everywhere. No need to be paid.
That's the mental thing. Like, you don't have to fly anywhere. If I lived in the USA, I wouldn't go on holiday anywhere. I'd just drive to like different states, Texas, California, like just different states, and enjoy it.
Over the top for flights to get to some incredible locations. And I want to really tell my story. I've made a few videos here, but not really spoke about this huge thing I've done with my family. And I've made a point about making this channel more personal. There is a big truck going past me, but I am in the park with my husband and my daughter. But hi, I'm Emma, and
Hello, Emma.
my husband and our daughter said goodbye to England and all of our friends and family to explore America as a family.
That's so cool, man. That is genuinely like one of my dreams. It's on my bucket list. Go over to America for a year, get someone to maybe take me around, etc. I'd love to do it.
And I have wanted to live in America since I was a kid. I was lucky enough to visit New York and Virginia when I was serving in the Navy. But it doesn't compare at all to living here. It is such a different way of life. And this really is a dream come true. I'll tell you why we did it first, which actually ties into how we did it.
Looks so
my
cool,
husband
man.
Still serving in the Navy, we just didn't see each other. We lived in a town with no family. We were just there for the convenience of the base being there. My daughter was going to nursery there, and for her first year of life, she hardly saw her dad. He was deployed when she was 2 weeks old, and this just kept happening. Then he got based further south, so we only saw him on weekends. And you know when something just has to give, when you know this just can't go on. Well, that's what happened. We basically just had a long conversation and came to the conclusion that if he could get a military exchange job in America, we would see each other every single day and actually be a family. So,
which is very good and very cool.
That's why we have an expiration date of 3 years. But I am manifesting, I am willing and wishing that there is some way that we can stay, because it is incredible. The places we have been able to visit and see are just...
So does that mean like they can only be there 3 years? They can't actually, they have to apply for something else if they want to be there longer?
On another level. I don't know if that's because I just take England for granted, but living here, we are honestly just happier and healthier versions of ourselves. So one of the most amazing trips we did was Salem. We went around Halloween time, we dressed our daughter up as Maleficent, and it was incredible. It was such an experience.
It looks so cool. Oh my God, wow.
Halloween, we were at home, we live in Pennsylvania, and we went trick-or-treating, and oh my God, it really is like how it
That's what I mean. This is one of my dreams. I want to be over in America in like a good neighborhood for Halloween and Christmas, because the decorations on houses that you see in movies, but also what you see on TV shows and real life, looks so cool.
Everybody goes to so much effort decorating their houses, dressing up, making it a real experience. And we didn't knock on any doors. People would just be outside their houses with bowls of candy. It was just an amazing and happy experience. My daughter loved it.
It's so cool as well. For younger kids as well, it's like the younger kids can actually enjoy it.
Where we live, each town would have a certain night for trick-or-treating, so people know when to expect people and know what night to sit outside. It was really, really amazing. It is just like it is on the telly. Everywhere we travel to is far, but we just make it into a road trip with lots of cool stops in, and we get to go to so many places because you can just drive everywhere, and fuel
that's
is
the mental
cheaper
thing
out here, like significantly cheaper. It's the first thing we noticed.
It's very expensive in the UK.
Living in America, going on holidays here is so much cheaper and makes getting around to see these amazing places possible.
That's what I mean. You can literally, like she says, she lives in Pennsylvania, but she can drive to like New York, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. Whereas like if we wanted to, I don't know, say people in the UK wanted to go to like Spain, you can drive, but it's so long. If you fly, it's like a 4-hour flight, which is so more convenient for us. But the fact that you guys can drive to all of these different states that are basically countries to us is the baffling thing. But it's so cool.
And New York, New Orleans, that was incredible. We went for Mardi Gras. It was amazing. The entire
What's
vibe
Mardi
of the
Gras?
place is like nothing I have ever experienced. Niagara Falls, Charleston. I'm obsessed with the Vampire Diaries, so we visited the town where that was set. That was a little town in Georgia called Covington. And right now we are in Orlando to take our daughter to Disney World for her birthday. And we would never have been able to afford flights from England to Orlando, along with a couple of days at Disney World. When you're here, getting to visit these places becomes possible.
Drive.
Living here, utilities are significantly cheaper. It just feels like a better way of life. You're not just going to work and coming home and repeating it every single day. And we actually have seasons. I know that isn't a guarantee everywhere, but where we live, we have real seasons. Things differ state to state out here, so I can only really talk about what I know to be true for where I am. So social security numbers, you cannot do anything without one, so it's the first thing you want to do.
Oh, so you, okay, so
work,
it's that,
credit cards, which by the way, I have noticed that out here you get more rewards with credit cards, like cashback offers. We have had at least a couple of $100 back, so if you do ever move out, shop around for a credit card, the offers are just on another level. Driving, now again, it might differ state to state, but I have to do a local driving test, which actually does make sense because it isn't just driving on the opposite side of the road. The lanes are so different out here, and it's heavy on stop signs. So school buses, you know, the big yellow ones that you always see on TV, when they stop, no matter what side of the road it's on, you also have to stop. So when a school bus stops,
is that because it's probably because it's full of children,
you cannot
right?
pass that bus. Now food, it is so easy to gain weight out here. The food is amazing and the portions are very generous. I love it. But after a few months of being here, we did realize that we had to cut down on how much we were eating. You really have no need to order sides or extras. The main meals are huge. There are so many diners and nice restaurants like Red Lobster. That is an incredible place to eat.
So my story was when we went to America, we went to New York, and we would order, we went to like a lovely steakhouse, and we would order like a steak. Then obviously you get your French fries, you get your like hash brown, you get your like your onion rings, your vegetable sides, etc. You don't know like how much there actually is until you're eating it. Like in the UK, if you were going to a steak restaurant, you'd need a steak, you'd need a side of veg, you'd need a side of fries, you'd need a side of something else. In the US, your steak is already massive, and then you get like mashed potato, you get French fries, but like one portion of that feeds the whole table. It's brilliant and it's generous, and that's what makes you want to tip the waiters, you know?
Now, tipping. You do have to tip. It's probably for me the biggest cultural difference that tips are expected. We don't tip as much in England, or if you have a spare fiver in your pocket, you leave that if the service was good. But out here, the staff working in food establishments are generally on such a low wage. The tip is kind of factored into their wage. It's expected that you leave a good tip. So
their wage is like
20%, and it is expected. I would say tipping is a little bit out of control. It isn't just your restaurants and your diners where tips are expected. I don't want to keep you too long, but I had a seriously awkward moment at a nail salon before we came here. So I'll probably
nail salon,
tipping, because it really is on another level.
You have to tip at a nail salon.
Tipping in food establishments before moving here, but I had no idea that it was expected everywhere. But now with work, I'm an esthetician, so depending on what state you live in, there's certain things you can and can't do. So in England, I'm qualified to microneedle, dermaplane, and do deeper chemical peels, so the bio-repeel. I'm not legally allowed to do that in the state that I live in because I'm not a medical professional, which is frustrating. I think if you work under a medical professional, you can do it, but again, state dependent. But I would say tipping and my personal work situation are the only slightly negative things, but not enough to make me not want to be here and to stay here. Everything else that is so much better makes it a million.
I love that she's still got the UK accent as well. Like she's not pronouncing the T's properly. That's what I really like. She's not actually lost her her like accent from the UK.
Times worth it. So I can't really think of anything else right now. I just spontaneously wanted to pop on whilst I was in the park.
Okay,
but
no, I like
if you have
it.
any questions, please let me know below.
I appreciate it as well because it teaches me a lot.
Move to America, I would love to hear about it.
I would. I'd love to move to America.
Circumstances for moving are probably different to a lot of people, but I just strongly believe life in America is so much better. Quality of life is better. So
the quality of life in the UK, it is good, don't get me wrong, but the economy skyrockets so much, like the prices of stuff. The economy at the moment is really, really bad. It's just going up and up and up, prices on everything. I'd love to move to America.
I don't want to take too much time, so I will.
Like you say, the quality of life is probably better as well.
Thank you for being here. I am looking forward to sharing this journey with you and hearing about yours.
I really, really, really appreciate that video. That teaches me basically a lot about America, a lot about moving to America, a lot about having a long move into America. She's moved to America for 3 years, so she's lived in America for 3 years. And she's done quite a bit, like she says. But yeah, like I say, I really appreciate that video. That was moving from the UK to the USA for 3 years, my story. If you did like my reaction to that video and you want to answer a few of the questions that I've asked in the video, please do let me know in the comments below. Also, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell while you're there, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.